Welcome, Libras, to your July 2025 angel messages and reading. We're going to be doing an overall energy with the Celtic cross. We will get some clarification and we will break it down week by week so that you can take a screenshot of it and have an idea of the energies coming up. There is so much happening in July. That is why I am doing this super fun marathon live stream. I'm doing back-to-back videos right now so that you can get a heads up about the energy coming up. And so let's jump right in to the heart of your spread. What's going on for Libras in July 2025? First, we have the 8 of Air card. It says, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Now, coming up in the heart of your spread, this is just letting you know that there is something that's been on your mind that you're recycling a lot and you're doing the what if game, or you're saying you can't do something. I'm actually hearing a lot of, I can't leave my job until my kids are out of college. I can't leave this relationship until this person is in a better place. I can't start that new project until, whatever, insert excuse, right? So I feel like Libras, there's been a lot for you where you're feeling like, I do want to take action on this situation, but I don't really have the confidence to leave behind what's no longer serving me. So that's totally okay. It's just what you're going into the month with there. And I feel like we're going to get a lot of clarity on how to handle this situation so that you can speak up, so that you can take action and not feel trapped in whatever the circumstance is, right? It's like you feel stuck in a group of people or something like that. So we're going to get lots of clarity here. Let's move on to the challenge card here. For Libras in July 2025, the challenge to overcome is this 4 of Air card. Look at that, another air card. You are an air sign. It says time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation provides answers. Yeah, are you taking a vacation in July, Libra? This could really benefit you. Can you just schedule some time off, some time alone? There is something here that is, again, it's playing on repeat in your mind. Maybe it's a conversation that happened in June or going into July that you just keep rehashing in your mind, and you're like, I should have said this, I should have done that, or how am I supposed to respond to this? Some of you have gotten a job offer or will be getting a job offer early in July, and you're afraid about what happens if I take this job offer. And the key is to not let others pressure you into making a decision you're not ready to make. It's like, don't let that car salesman tell you that if you don't drive off the lot with that car today, you're going to miss the biggest opportunity, because that is not what I am getting for the Libras at all. I'm getting that actually your challenge here in July is going to be make sure you are taking time to rest. You are taking a vacation. Whatever has been going on for you leading into July, it's really been messing with your head and messing with your ability to tap into your intuition. Definitely pay very close attention to your dreams in July. That actually goes for all 12 signs. I'm telling everybody that. There's so much energy coming through in our dream state right now. So make sure you keep that journal right by your bed. So when you wake up in the morning, don't jump out of bed. First, try to recall what you were dreaming about and write down as much as you can. Put a voice memo on your phone if you don't want to sit there and write it all out. I had such wild, intense, long dreams right before I woke up this morning that it literally took like 5 pages of my journal to write it all. But it was so vivid, I had to write it down. And I remember thinking if I wasn't doing a 12 video marathon today, I would have just recorded it, but I was trying to save my voice. But it was really fascinating, the things coming through in that dream that were so vivid. And what's interesting is it felt like the dream was like 6 hours long, but actually I had fallen asleep right before my alarm went off. I think I fell asleep around like 5:15 and my alarm went off at 6. So I really probably was only in that dream for a couple of minutes by the time I reached that state. So please, please, please track your dreams, all of you. Let's see what's coming up and what you need to know, the subconscious area. We have the Page of Earth card. Scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. This is what I love for the Libras, because this is something you're not aware of. Your higher self is aware of it. Your spiritual team is aware of it. But you're going to be discovering something in July that you're going to be really advancing your skills. You're going to see this opportunity to grow with your abilities to do something new. And it's going to be really, really exciting. It's going to be taking you out of feeling trapped. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of you may be just really bored with the project you're doing right now. It could be a personal hobby. It could be a professional thing. It could be maybe you're getting a job offer and you're just like, I just don't want to do that anymore. It's like, this is this opportunity. It would make me some money. It would get me my connections, but I want to do something different, right? So maybe some of you don't even realize you're going to be going back to school in the fall, or you're going to be taking an online class, that this opportunity is coming in for you. And so just be on the lookout for that, Libras, because it's going to help you with getting out of this feeling trapped situation. Just remember, you don't have to decide right away. You can ask for more time. So let's see what's coming up for the recent past so we can get a little clarity on what's going on here with this Eight of Air. We have the Knight of Fire card, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Excuse me. This is coming up in the recent past, Libras. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cough into the mic. This is coming up in the recent past. And so basically, these are your angels commending you for thinking things through carefully. You had an opportunity to fly off the handle or overreact or charge into a situation with a little too much energy, and you didn't. You stood back and you said, you know what? I want to think this through. I want to know, what are all my options, right? And great job doing that. Great job doing it. That's actually going to be what ends up bringing in this new opportunity to do something new. So good job. Remember that going forward, because with all this air energy, you just don't want to get overly excitable right away. By the way, if you're just joining me on the live, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, right here on this channel, Chris Reck from Minnow Pond Tarot will be back. We will be talking about the rest of 2025. And I love that he calls this card a card of impulse too. So basically, you were able to overcome an impulse, and you weren't impulsive, right? You overcame that. So good job, Libras. Give yourself credit. Write that in your journal. Let's see what's coming up in the present energy for the Libras. I need a mute button. There probably is a shortcut. I just don't have it. All right, the Star card, Archangel Jophiel. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, on the right path. Look at that. That's the present energy for you, Libras. You know, it makes perfect sense that the Cancer's got the Star card in the heart of their spread for their birthday season. You are a cardinal sign. You square Cancer. Jupiter's in Cancer. Jupiter is bringing abundance to you, but it's going to make sure that you go through some changes first, because it is squaring your sign. So one of the ways that you pivot, and for a lot of you, this is your career, your hobbies, your legacy, your finances. One of the ways you're going to be pivoting is you're going to be doing something new. You're going to be learning something new. And that's going to bring in this star energy there. So you are meant to shine, Libras. I've been getting that for you guys all year long about the big changes coming through for you, because you've been through so much, but it's bringing in these new areas where you're going to just be so excited to advance your skills. So let's see what's coming up for the near future. For the near future for the Libras, if I can get it off the table there, we have the Ten of Fire. Look at that. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. So don't worry about this. This is just a heads up, right? You know, again, my good friend Chris Reck, who will be here tomorrow, he says, tarot is loose guidance at best. My version of that is, hey, this is a heads up. Just letting you know this energy is a potential. You don't have to succumb to this. You can change it. That's why I feel like really right here, let me switch so you can see the spread. This Four of Air card is saying, if you slow down and you review your options, you can avoid being overly stressed. You can avoid this stress-related health concern. This is also just trying to do everything yourself, right? And why? Why don't you give somebody else the opportunity to help you? Okay. I am getting, again, that you're going to, it feels like you feel also like surrounded by people who are always in your ear and they're always asking you to do things, or they're telling you how to do things, or they're just not giving you the break you need. That's okay. If that's the case, the way you do that is you get some quiet time alone and you say, I need you to handle your things your way, and I'm going to handle my things my way. And we're all going to win in the end because we're doing what our heart wants. That's in our highest good. So let's get to your personal power here, where of course we're going to get some clarification cards, and we're going to do week by week. But let's do your personal power so we can have a pocket affirmation for July. Ooh, look at that. Another air card. Libras, you are the queen of air here. Independent, experienced, realistic, witty, objective decision-making, clearing away what no longer serves you, seeing the humor. Okay, Libras, I know you guys can always see both sides of a situation. I know that you can see both sides. You can also, talk yourself out of things because you can see both sides. But your power here is going to be being objective about a situation. I mean, there is so much air in this spread here, but there's also fire. And so is it going to be easy for you to clear away what no longer serves you and be objective if you're really excited, if you're overly worked up about something? Because excited can be good and bad. If you're excited about a vacation, that's a good thing. If you're so excited that you forget to pack half the things you need, not so good, right? So we want to be grounded. We want to think things through carefully, be objective. I also feel like maybe you're overdoing something and you've overcommitted to something. So really and truly, what I'm feeling the most for July is you're going to get a new perspective that's going to make you realize, I don't really know why I'm doing this. So let's switch back over so I can show you what I'm going for here with this. As we go into July, you're feeling trapped, right? But if you can take a vacation or take a break, right, then and let go of some of these burdens, then you are going to see, oh, okay, I don't have to do it this way anymore, right? That's what I feel like your personal power is for you here, is you're basically saying, I don't know why I felt like I had to do it all myself. I don't know why I feel like I had to commit to all those things. I don't even know why I'm doing this. My heart's not really in it. I'm ready for something new. And it could even be that you're like, oh my gosh, I can finally take that pottery class I've always wanted to take because a class opened up near me. Oh gosh, it's right in the middle of when I go to yoga every week. Okay, well, do I have to go to that yoga class anymore? I mean, this is such a very, very mundane example, but I do think maybe you are talking yourself out of things that you really want to do, and instead go higher, be objective. And I really think that this is going to serve you in July. So gaining that new perspective. So here is your pocket affirmation for July. I easily find a new and higher perspective. Write that in the comments section below, Libras. This is your July pocket affirmation. I easily find a higher and new perspective. This is going to help you clear away those things that no longer serve you. I'm not touching too much on the astrology for July because I'm going to be doing that for my community later. I'm trying to focus more on the energy for you guys right now, but there is a full moon, a very powerful full moon coming in Capricorn in July that is going to be objective. It's going to help you make that decision. That's what Capricorn does. So I hope you can get away for the weekend, for the afternoon, do some inner reflection, try to gain that new perspective. If you can, take a little vacation, listen to your intuition on that if the opportunity arises. Let's see what's coming up for the external factors here for Libras. We have the King of Water, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured, love it. Open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, and charity work. All right, I'm actually getting for the Libras, some of you have a water sign in your life that can help you clear away what's no longer serving you, or at least get a different perspective. There's somebody who is very in control of their emotions. They're very intuitive. they've been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like this could be going on YouTube and finding somebody who's doing the new thing you want to do. They're already doing it successfully, right? So think about that. It doesn't have to be a water sign. It could just be somebody with a lot of really intuitive energy in your life. But I am feeling for a lot of you, it is about that. Now, this could also be that this is you needing to lean more in to getting help from your spiritual team, right? This could be somebody literally on your spiritual team who's there to help you, and they are going to help you master your emotions around these things. So definitely keep an eye out for that energy around you. It's going to help you with that objective decision making. It could even be somebody that's just like really funny and they help you get out of your head, right? Because it does say finding the humor in a situation is going to be good, right? Go find a comedian to laugh with. All right, let's find out what's going up in your in your hopes and fears. Whoops, I switched it back. I was too quick to the trigger there. Your hopes and fears, Libra, is the Unity card. Archangel Sandalphon, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organization, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. There you go. Validating this King of Water. I think you're going to be doing something new and you're going to get a whole new group of friends from this, right? You're going to find a new community. You're going to go, wow, like, I don't know why I was so stressed out about this. I should have just gone in this direction sooner, but don't do the shoulda, coulda, woulda thing. This opportunity is coming up for you now because you're ready for it. And it is going to help you to surround yourself with like-minded people. You may even be gaining a new teacher that you're going to really admire or a new mentor. You're just going to find somebody that's going to really inspire you, Libra. So let's see what's going to your final outcome so we can do your clarification in week by week. All right, this is your final outcome. We already talked about a new perspective. What was your pocket affirmation? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Your pocket affirmation is about a new perspective. I did not know what this card was going to be. And here we go. Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill, it's important to be yourself. Now, the temporary standstill, you're choosing if you can. It's your vacation. It's your break from overthinking about things. It's just doing something different, right? I mean, this could be as simple as like changing up your work week where you have a 3 or 4 day work week. I was getting that for a lot of, who was that? Was that Virgo? One of you guys was getting a guidance around like, can you switch to a 4-day work week where you can work longer, but then have a 3-day weekend so you can do more of what you want to do with your creative projects. I do think you're going to be looking at things from a different perspective by the end of July. This is really, really positive. And if you can take, what was the challenge card? Quiet time alone. Sleep on it. Pay attention to your dreams. If you can face this challenge, you're going to get this new perspective. And I think that the reason this is challenging for you, Libras, is because you've been waiting so long to finally like have something move forward. You're like, I can't take a vacation right now. Or I can't, invest in that new class. I don't have time to take a new class or go back to school. You've got to take a different perspective. There is a way through this. So let's get your clarification on here. Let me have to grab a drink of water in a second here. Oh, Libras, I love you guys. You're bringing in all this cardinal energy for us, and we need it as a collective. Let's see what's coming up for your first clarification card for my Sedona deck. We have Quail. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Aren't these decks, this Sedona deck, so cool? That new perspective, you're going to get out of the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, I should do this because this person's counting on me, but, I've been doing it for a long time. I'm really bored. Or I should just take that job offer because it's a lot of money and, it's right there in front of me. But I really want to go take that clay pottery class and I'm not going to have time if I take this new job. You know what I mean? It's like you're going to know what this is, but you've got to follow your heart there, right? And that's why it was saying take a new perspective for your personal power, right? Clear your schedule, Libras, if you can. All right, let's see what your second clarification card is, and then we'll go into the week by week. All right, I have to look really closely at these. The spider and passion flower, creative ingenuity. Creative ingenuity. Love that. Love that. Yeah, I think that the new thing that you're getting here, Libras, is you're going to be doing this new area of study or taking your current skills to a new level with something that's going to allow you to be way more authentic with the work you're doing. Okay. This is an up leveling for you guys. And if you keep following your heart, it's just going to happen naturally. And I do still think you have too much on your plate, Libras. That's what this 10 of fire is saying. And you're going to have that awareness. Like, have you ever gone on a vacation and come back to realize, like, why did I commit to those 3 events next week? Like, I need to recuperate here. I need a vacation from my vacation. I need to get back on track. Like, you're just like, why? It's like I overcommitted. I've had that happen so many times on vacation where you realize, like, you don't even know how much you're on a hamster wheel until you're out of it. And then you're like, okay, I do not want to go back to that, right? That's that new perspective. So this is really good clarity here, Libras. I just think the main thing here is, where can you get a new perspective? So I've been doing keywords for some of the signs. I'm sorry I didn't do it for all. I didn't think to, but you have a 2-word keyword, Libras, for July. It's new perspective. New perspective is what you are focusing on in July. All right, let's move over to your week by week. Yeah, and I would love to hear where you're gaining a new perspective, Libras, because you're leading the world here. You're a cardinal sign. Jupiter's here helping you. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, you can sign up for my free newsletter at devondoer.com. The link is below, and get my gift for you, which is my ebook, Is It a Sign? How to Recognize Signs and Discover Their Meaning. Free download as soon as you sign up. Of course, you will also be notified of awesome events we have coming up, like today's marathon and tomorrow, Chris Reck. Woohoo! Back on my channel from Minnow Pontero. We're doing the rest of 2025. And yeah, I think that I wanted to just remind you about that. Also, I did want to say, if these messages are resonating, I'd really appreciate if you'd hit the like button, share this video with anybody it resonates with, because it really helps my channel grow. And of course, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, what's coming up for week 1 with Libras for July? I love doing this. You can take a screenshot at the end. I'll make sure you've got all the cards on screen. You have the wheel card. Luck, progress, change. Change. Oh my goodness. This is big, Libras. You guys are going through a big change. I mean, we all are, but with Jupiter and Cancer squaring Libra, it's here to expand things for you. And I do think you're going to have that change in perspective here. So this is going to happen pretty early in July. Are you going on a trip at the first week of July? First week of July here in the US, we have a 3-day weekend because of the 4th of July. I want you to take this new perspective. I want you to embrace the change. This is happening for you, Libras, and this is starting in the very first week. So that's super exciting. You're not waiting around. All right, week 2 for the Libras. We have Knight of Air. So intellectual, determined, motivated. You had a ton of air cards in your Celtic cross, so you may want to go back and take a screenshot of that as well. This card can sometimes be a little impulsive as well, as far as like, like when you say something sarcastically and then you see the other person's face kind of fall and you're like, ooh, that came out harder than I meant. I feel like that could be what's going on here in week 2 with the energy. It's like you might have to bite your tongue a little bit, but it's because you're so motivated. Like, you're ready to go. You're excited. You're determined to make this change, to embrace this new perspective. So just make sure you're responding, not reacting, especially with your words. Reread those texts and those emails before you hit send. Check in with your intuition if it's the right time to say something before you say it. Maybe just take like 3 deep breaths before you say something, because I think that energy is going to be really big there, especially as we move into Mercury retrograde, which is July 17th. And of course, we will already be in shadow at that point. So Mercury, the planet of communication, can sometimes cause us to, say something a little too soon or just come off a little harsh. All right, so let's move on to week 3 here. Week 3 for the Libras is the Ace of Air card. So another, gosh, you know, this doesn't surprise me because you're an air sign, but lots of air. Inspiration, communication, adjustments. Yep. This card, by week 3, you're already going to be like, I got the new perspective. I'm embracing the change. Here's what I'm going to do about it. You may be telling people things like, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in, or I'm moving, or you're adjusting your schedule, right? Like, is there somebody that, you know, they just expect you to be somewhere at a certain time all the time, and you're saying, hey, I got to make this change to fit in the new things I'm doing. Like, do you work out with the same person at the same time every week? And you're like, hey, I got to change my workout schedule because I'm taking a class at this time. But you're going to feel really inspired. You're going to feel like, hey, you know, this is going to be easy for you to communicate because you're so excited. Also, I am getting, for some of you, you're just going to get a new piece of information that's going to inspire you, right? You're going to have that aha, like, wow, this is what I want to do. Maybe you do learn of a new class or a new area of study that it's just in the nick of time that you can enroll in it. Just remember, with Mercury retrograde, dot your I's, cross your T's, take your time, really think things through. But that's super positive for week 3 for the Libras. All right, week 4 for the Libras. Oh my gosh, I'm so long with you guys, but I love you, so it's okay. King of Water. Here we go. Compassionate, understanding, trustworthy. All right, so yeah, we already had that card. There's somebody in your external environment that can help you. You're getting a new mentor, you're getting a new teacher, you're finding somebody really intuitive. I mean, just keep an eye out for those water signs in your life, or just anybody that you feel really drawn to learn from. This person's going to be highly intuitive, and likely by week 4, you're going to know who this person is, or you're going to be meeting this person. I love that. And then finally, week 5 for Libras, because we got to wrap this up and get to Scorpios. We got 0, the dreamer, new, beginning, believing, protected. You cannot make this stuff up. By week 5, it's like a whole new world, right? I love this, Libras. You got to tell me what this is. Like, you're going to go into July thinking one thing, and you're going to come out like new world, right? I don't know. It's going to be really, really cool. It's a really positive energy. I love this. Let me scoot this so you can take a quick little screenshot there for Libras. You guys got to let me know what this is for you guys. I'm so excited for you. I will be back in just a few minutes for the Scorpio reading. I thank you all for being here. I hope to see you in the next few lives, and well, all the way through Pisces. I'm here. We're doing this. And then, of course, tomorrow with Chris Reck on Minnow Pontero, right here on my channel at 11 a.m. Central. All right, we'll see you in a few. Thanks, guys.